Story Time with Peter Wesley Bastone.
Hi, this is Peter Wesley Bastone, and today's story for Story Time is one from my DJing days. I had a radio show on KPFK. It was short-lived, but it was a radio show, and I had invited a band called Symphony, which they had just released a record on Capitol, and they had played at the Lhasa Club where I DJ'd. Very talented, Scott Wilk and Mark Leventhal, who went out to play with Green Jelly. They were in the band, and they were really great musicians. So anyways, I invited them on the show. And they said yes. I said great. So what we were going to do, we were going to discuss their record and how disappointing it was. They had signed to Capitol Records, big record contract. They came out with one record that was in the 99-cent bin. 3 weeks later, it was such a horrendous record. So we were going to discuss the pitfalls of signing to a large record deal. So they came into the studio, we're all set to go. I got like 15 minutes before I actually go on. The program director, Andrea Enthal, comes in and calls me outside of the studio, and she says, "You can't have them on." And I said, "Well, why not?" And she goes, "Because we only do underground, progressive, alternative bands here. This is a pop band on Capitol." I said, "Well, yes, but see, we're going to be talking about being signed to a large record deal." I gave her the reasons why I was having them on it, and for some reason she didn't get it. So anyways, to make a long story short, they weren't on, and my chances of continuing as a radio DJ were getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and that's the end of that story.